Greetings and welcome to Cosmic Crit. This is Jabert. I'm back in the intro again this week. I know you are all super excited to hear the thrilling conclusion from last week's episode, and I cannot wait to share that with you. But we have some news. Patrick is on vacation for a couple of weeks, and so I'm going to be taking over the pod for just a couple of weeks, and then he'll be back into it. So we're really sorry to do this for you, but you got punked. You got punked real good. Oh, we got you good. So we are actually going to be running this Skittershot module over the next 2 weeks, which I'm going to be running, and all my favorite players are going to be joining me on. Skittershot was the module that was released by Paizo for free RPG Day. If you are excited about hearing more skittermanders stuff, we promise not to do more skittermander stuff until at least Christmas time, but it's gonna be a couple of weeks of your favorite little monsters. We do want to say thank you very much for joining in again this week. We have had so much fun making this show, and you guys are the thing that makes it all worth doing. It's a lot of work, but we love doing it, and we are excited to do it. So thanks for hanging in with us, and if you have a moment and you have not done so already, why don't you give us that old 5-star review? We would love those. If you know of other people who would be interested in a show like Cosmic Crit, go ahead and tell a friend about us. If you got a gaming group that you want to share this with, if you have friends that are into podcasts like this one, let them know that Cosmic Crit's out there and that it's your very favorite podcast for sure, most definitely, and not another one. I mean, you can tell them about another one. I mean, it wouldn't hurt my feelings if you told them about 2 podcasts. But please tell your friends about this podcast because we love you and we hope you love us too. Anyway, I'm going to get into this episode. We had a ton of fun making it, and I cannot wait for you to hear it. So without any further ado, episode X07. Helped.
Episode commencing in 3, 2, 1. Episode initiated.
Greetings, Crittermanders. Or should I say Skittermanders, but that's a thing. Welcome to Cosmic Crit. I am your GM for the next couple of weeks while Patrick is away on some important business. And we're going to be running through the Skittershot that was given up for free RPG Day. Yeah. So we're really excited for you guys to join us. Should be a fun time, and Patrick will be back before you know it. We'll find out what happens to the gang.
Nah, nobody cares.
Yeah, well,
nobody cares.
We didn't leave him hanging on a cliffhanger or anything.
Yeah,
Right,
no.
right.
Yeah. So let's go around the table here and introduce each other. I'm going to start to my left, which is different from Patrick's left. Rebecca, how you doing tonight?
Hi, I'm doing great.
Fabulous.
I didn't know it was sitting to your left.
You are now. So, Rebecca, tell us about your Skittermander.
Yeah, so I'm playing Gazzy Gaz. He is an envoy and a Skittermander, obsessed with his beard. He likes to groom it with his little hand mirror and make friends.
Lovely. Can't wait to see the shenanigans of Gazzy Gaz. Moving over to Miles. Miles, how is your evening going?
Not too bad. How about yourself?
Fabulous. It's going fabulously. Tell us about Nako.
So Nako is a soldier skittermander, and she seems, from her description, she takes things fairly seriously as far as battles and stuff, but she has a love of music. She collects musical instruments from across the galaxy, which is really funny to me because that was one of the things that hasn't been put into Raimi's character, but was one of the things that I had initially had for him. So I thought that was really funny.
Nice. Well, I can't wait to see how that comes up. Drew, how's your evening?
Pop culture reference.
None of that tonight. We're just having chuckle times.
Ha ha ha!
Jeez.
Drew, tell us about your good Skittermander.
I am playing Dekoyo, who is the mystic of the group, who is fascinated by medicine and healing, and is obsessed with finding out the ways that ancient races healed things, which just I think are a little funny to him because they're so backwards and like folk
Not
remedies
magical.
and not magical and things like that.
Yeah.
And he's just an old country Skittermander doctor.
Well, that's awesome. I'm really excited to see a mystic in play. We haven't had one. Wait, did somebody play a mystic during the Halloween episode?
I did, yeah.
That's right. Okay, yeah. So we've
Barely.
seen one a little bit, but that was sort of a weird example.
Yeah.
And
Don't miss
so-
our Halloween episode.
Yeah, go back and listen to it. I did that one too. So if this one's going really well, you'll love that one. And finally, Tyler, tell us how you're doing and what your Skittermander is all about.
I'm doing really well. I'm living the height of luxury, eating my pre-shelled pistachios, and
You're still on that
I'm still on that. It is. I've been
all weekend.
I know. I've been eating them all weekend. I've never bought them before, and I'm fine. I just feel like
You have to mention it every single time you take one.
This is
I
news
do.
to me. The pre-shelled pistachios are even made. Do they taste
Yeah.
as good without the challenge?
they do. As a matter of fact, they taste better because you feel like you really do kind of feel spoiled, like somebody
you feel
is.
like you beat nature.
Yeah. You're just like, you're right. I am worth having my pistachios pre-shelled for me, and they should be in a bag, and all I should have to do is dump them into my hand and gobble them like a greedy person.
Straight into your mouth as though you're some
Right.
sort of awful grinding machine. Well, I'm so excited for your snacks. Tell us about your Skittermander.
My Skittermander, Quonks, she is a exocortec mechanic. She has a love for all gadgets, technological gadgets, and likes to get into the fine nitty-gritty details of them. She's also obsessed with quantum physics, and she actually believes that a skilled mechanic can fix reality on a quantum level, which I thought was kind of cool. And to that end, she's actually created something called a quantum reality spanner, but it doesn't work.
Mhm.
But she thinks it could be the first tool of its kind to help mechanics fix things at a quantum level. So
Oh, yeah, but it's like basically just a wrench, right?
right, it's basically an adjustable wrench.
It's a
Yeah.
wrench. It's an adjustable wrench.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But I'm
you know,
excited. I'm excited about it because I think I can at least try and kabonk someone with it in this episode.
Yeah, you can try that. Sure.
Yeah.
Well, guys, are you ready for a skittertastic adventure here?
So ready.
Yes.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
boy.
Can't wait.
Oh yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. It was a dull day on the clutch. You guys have been out sort of traveling the expanse of the vast for some time. You know, you guys have been working on this salvage ship for a couple of years now. Some of you longer than others. With your boss, who's a Vesk named Knick-Knack. And this is just one of those moments. I've changed a bunch of names here, guys. So you're out there with your boss Knick-Knack, and
No relation.
no relation. So you're out there with your boss Knick-Knack, and you've been out for a few weeks, and you've brought your ship out of the Pact World space and into sort of the vast beyond, and you're looking for either derelict space stations or some starship fragments or something that's worth salvaging. You know, there's all sorts of stuff floating around out there in the ether, but you never know what you're gonna find. And business has been okay. You know, you get out there, you find a little something. You know, you break it down, you get some UPBs, you find some supplies, you head back into the Pact Worlds and sell what you got. So as you're traveling, it's been sort of a quiet time, and there's a sort of a chime that goes off, and the ship's computers are alerting you that they have discovered a starship drifting nearby. And so Knick-Knack sort of runs over to the captain's console and starts scanning and kind of pinpoints its location and begins to sort of pilot over there. As you approach, you come upon the sort of aquamarine colored starship. It's sort of got like some gold accents. It looks from the outside to be sort of like a nicer ship than, most things. And it's sort of weird that a ship that nice looking would be out here. And so, but you all are not one to look a gift horse in the mouth. So Knick-Knack starts to get ready, and Knick-Knack, putting on the armored spacesuit and stretching and limbering up. And then he looks back at you and says, "Well, this doesn't look like it's going to be a very difficult job. So why don't you stay here? You probably know from past experience, things can get a little bit weird when you go on the mission. So Knick-Knack steps into the airlock and sort of looks back and requests kindly that you not try to repair anything while he's out. And he should be back in a couple of hours. And it's just please don't touch anything. And then he wish me luck. And then steps into the airlock and then closes it behind him, cycles it, and passes out into space. And as you crowd around the bridge, watching your boss, who you all love very much, drifting towards the ship, you see Knick-Knack approach the ship and sort of grasp onto it and tether on, and then begin to sort of move around to the starboard side and sort of out of view of you. So at this point, about 2 hours have gone by, and you've started to get a little bit nervous because usually Knick-Knack will sort of report in every 30 minutes or so, and you haven't heard anything. You haven't heard anything since Knick-Knack went aboard. And you begin to suspect that something may have gone terribly wrong. Knick-Knack might need your help, guys.
Oh no.
So why don't we start here by you, let's see. Someone give me a computers check to do a sensor sweep of this ship.
Who has good computers?
Quank has computers. I could do a check for any life forms on the ship.
Be my guest.
Aha! I will hit all the buttons. Oh, that's a natural 20. I hit all the buttons as best as I can, and that's going to be a 28.
Oh boy.
The ship scanners are giving me the most pertinent information as quickly as possible. Faster, faster, faster.
That indeed they are. So with this, you know quite a bit about this. In fact, you probably know more about the situation than Knick-Knack did when he went aboard. So first off, let's talk about the ship. It is called the Royal Serene. It is a pleasure barge owned by a Versite company called Stellar Excursions. And just, from sort of looking at the design of the ship, you're sort of getting some basic information about that. You can tell that this ship has 2 airlock doors, one on the port side near the aft, and one on the starboard side near the fore. The forward airlock is completely sealed shut, but the aft you could probably get open. You know that this ship is a pretty heavily modified freighter. It's got some weapons. It's got a forward-facing heavy weapon, and it's got a turret, but you can tell by some of the aesthetic choices and by analyzing the data off of these scans, they've sort of gutted a lot of the typical sort of defense stuff and functional stuff out of this place that they would have, and they packed in a lot of extra modules for transporting people in various degrees of comfort.
So it's like the Titanic, is that what you're saying?
It's like a very small Titanic, yeah.
They did away with the lifeboat so they could fit more like China.
Right, exactly, yes. And so in your scans, you've detected about a dozen life signs on board. Knick-Knack did not roll this well. Knick-Knack did not realize that there were life signs on board. So good job, Knick-Knack. So they seem to be concentrated in the ship's aft on the starboard side, and you can make out a life sign that you believe to be Knick-Knack, but you can't quite pinpoint it. You seem to think that Knick-Knack is not in a great way. Furthermore, and sorry this is taking so long because you rolled really well. You're getting sort of strange pings off of this thing from your sensors. It's almost as though when you're pinging the information back, it's sort of being like their computer is speaking with your computer in such a way as to transmit information. And from this, you sort of glean that all the functions on here seem to be controlled by a single AI entity, which is sort of unusual for a ship that size. You would expect something like that on, a space station or maybe a carrier or something like that, but like on something this size, like that's kind of crazy. So these are the things that you know about this ship. What are your thoughts?
It seems like we have a collection of individuals on the outside of the ship from which we could enter. The starboard side, perhaps? And it seems like the AI might be malfunctioning given the derelict state of the ship. What should we do?
Well, I do believe if our Captain Knick-Knack is in any kind of disorder, we ought to make it our own business to go and see if we can help him out of said situation.
I agree.
All right, that sounds great.
I'm the chatty one, and I didn't even say anything.
You can be redundant. That's okay.
Exactly.
All right, let me say something because I need to say something.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Good going, Quonks. Let's go make some new friends.
Love it. Okay, so you're going to have to get across the gap here between the two ships. Now, it's not a super long way, but you need to be able to. You just need to traverse over there. So you guys are all suiting up.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So on go the armors, and up go the environmental protections.
Mm-hmm.
And as you are crossing the gap, you're sort of tethered onto your ship, and everyone's sort of gotten their rope around their waist or whatever, and you've sort of like made the jump over, and you start to see, and so you're sort of looking at the Royale Serene, and it's a really pretty ship, and you sort of forget how gorgeous it is out here in space. And then you see a little flash of light on the edge of the Royal Serene's shields. And you see another one. And you see a few more. And this is what is referred to as a micrometeoroid storm. And there's a series of tiny little micrometeors are coming through, and they're getting vaporized by the ship's seals, but you're out in it. So everyone needs to make me a reflex save.
Oh, I do say.
Natural 20, yeah.
Oh boy.
Wow, yeah, that was a great reflex save.
Love it.
13.
15 for Quonks.
Oh, we'll die together.
Oh, wow. Another natural
Another natural 20. Jeez, guys.
Roll 20 is broken.
You guys use the power of teamwork, and you successfully navigate this micrometeor storm. I swear this thing could have killed one of you right here. I swear to God. Well, you guys use the power of teamwork, and you form like a skitter wheel, and you just like spin your way through space, and you make it over to the hull of the ship.
What's that scene from is it Iron Man 2 when they're all skydiving and they form like a little unit together, and as they fall? It's just like that. It's just like that.
Let's see. Why don't you come over here to the airlock? Yeah. So as you guys sort of approach on the, I guess, is that the port side?
That would be the port side.
Okay. As you approach on the port side, you find an airlock, and yeah. So as you approach the airlock, it's a pretty simple thing to just get that open. It's not designed to necessarily keep people out in space. So right. Yeah. If somebody's out in space and needs to get in, it's not like designed to be locked. So you're able to just sort of like configure it and rejigger it to allow you to open it up. And as you do, and it repressurizes, the lights come on, and in this next room, this little entryway, this is a swanky place. Like there's like nice light fixtures everywhere, and there's like cushioned chairs and stuff, and like there's a little like reception desk, but nobody's standing there. And so this is actually a pretty swanky ship. And so ceilings are about like 12-foot ceilings, which is pretty big for the inside of a ship. That feels like a nice room. Do you guys want to step inside?
Yeah, Gazi Gaz wants to go and sit on the couch and bounce up and down a little bit. Test it out.
Oh, great, yeah. As you do, you hear sort of a clickety-clack noise. A little clickety-clack, 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 clickety-clack. These the double doors in front of you just sort of slide open automatically, and you see these robot these like little robot. They look like security robots, but they have like little bow ties on.
Oh,
Yeah. They look really friendly, and they seem friendly and whatever. And then they see you, and then they just sort of like, their little lights go from green to blue, and you hear them say,
Error. Pets must be placed in approved carriers before boarding the Royale Serene. Initiating containment protocols.
and I'm gonna need initiative checks. Oh no!
So I say, sir, I am not a pet.
You can tell it when you're dead, Drew.
oh, Lord.
There it is.
Yeah, here we go.
Well, that's exciting. I'm doing as good as I usually do on initiative.
Not great when you're the soldier, though.
Yeah. So they have come in here and they have caught you unawares. This one climbs up on top of this chair and sort of lifts up a curtain, and you can see that it's not really a chair. It's actually a crate, and so they're gonna stand back from you, and they're gonna start taking shots to try to subdue these loose critters. And let's see, they're gonna go after Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Quonks.
But I'm in the back. You told him to shoot the person in the back.
Oh wait, no, sorry. I forget what your name is. Dakayo? Yeah, purple one. Yeah, that's you.
Dakoyo.
Dakoyo. Here we go. So they moved in. They're gonna make a non-full attack. Here we go. Dakoyo, does a 16 hit your EAC?
And undoubtedly it does, good sir.
All right, that'll be 5 points of non-lethal for you. And next one takes a shot. Does a 13 hit your EAC?
My EAC is 13, and I do not know how ties apply.
That will be a 4 non-lethal. 4 more non-lethal.
That's minus 8 non-lethal right now.
Yeah, and the last one takes a shot at you as well. Oh gosh, 23 to hit. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be another 4 non-lethal. How you doing there, bud?
So that's minus 12 overall.
That is minus 13 overall.
Oh my word! I am hurting today.
Let's see, and that means Quonks, you're up next.
Seeing as these are mechanical devices, I wonder if there's anything I know about them. What kind of knowledge check would I have to roll?
Let's go with engineering.
Perhaps I can find a weak spot.
Ah, indeed. Why don't you make me that roll, sir? Dang. All right, yeah, you know a few things about these guys.
That's a 29.
Yep. Okay, what would you like to know?
Tell me their offensive capabilities, please.
Sure. So you have just seen their integrated weaponry, which is a pulsecaster pistol. There's a little non-lethal there. They could probably wang you pretty good if they hit you with their little legumes, if they give you a little kick. Yeah, and that's about what they got there. They got that, and you can see a sticky bomb grenade Mark 1 sort of like dangling from their little holder.
Okay.
And then I think you get to know one more thing about them. What else would you like to know? I believe you said weaknesses.
Defensive, defenses or defensive weaknesses.
As far as weaknesses go, well, they're vulnerable to critical hits, so roll 20s.
That's good.
And they're also vulnerable to electricity if you can come by any of that.
Oh.
And so that's useful. So, what do you have anything for an action, sir?
Yes. Unfortunately, I don't have anything that does electricity damage. That's unfortunate. But I would let my teammates know. I see their structure makes them vulnerable to electric attacks. And I think I'm going to... Is this room exactly this size? Like, are they up against a wall right now? Or is this room bigger than what we're seeing?
It is about that size, yeah.
It is about that size. Okay, so I do have some grenades, but I'm not going to... The room's too small. So I think I'm just going to spend a move action to track the security robot that is closest to our mystic friend who just got shot and shoot it with my laser rifle.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that looks like it's going to be an 18 against EAC.
That is the cover that is being granted to it. It's a hit. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
First hit.
Yes. First lethal damage.
First oil.
Not blood, but
Yeah.
Oil. First oil.
Right. Yeah. First oil. Yeah. So you've done a bit of damage to that guy, and we're moving on to our fighter. Nako.
All right. So Nako looks at the 3 droids and goes, "Ooh, I bet I can make musical instruments out of them. It's kabunkering time!" And runs up to the center of the 3 and attacks with her flame doshko.
Flame Doshko, indeed. Make me that attack roll.
It's 18.
Yes, it's a hit. That's amazing. Small amount of damage, but you're putting points on the board. Good work, team. Let's see. We're moving on to our envoy, Gazigaz.
Yeah, so Gazigaz sees these 3 droid things and looks at the one in the center that our soldier just ran up to and says, "We should get that one!" And puts Gideon on it.
Awesome.
And he's also going to take out his static arc pistol. Oh, I can't do that with the move. Is that a move action?
We can say that you had it out.
Okay, great. Good, because it does electricity damage, so.
Oh.
So he's going to take a shot at the one in the center that has Gideon on it.
Okay.
It's a 19 to hit. Yeah, that includes Gideon, right?
Yes, it does. Great. So yeah, you get him indeed.
Yay!
Yeah, this one is starting to look a little janky. Got a couple armor plates falling off of it. It is oiled, or as you organics would call it, bloodied. All right, we're moving on to Dakoyo.
Why, you no good for nothing, spindly-legged robotic who's'em what's it? And he moves down just to the one that is right in front of him and just tries to bonk it with his battle staff.
All right, I love this. So you've rolled a 4. That is unfortunately not going to be a hit against these guys. So you have done this thing, and they are going to, let's see, we're at the end of the order, so we're back to the robots. They are seeing an opportunity. And so the one on the far right reaches out to make an attack against our good friend Nako. And that's going to be, what is your CMD?
My CMD?
Yeah.
That's a great question. 24.
24. Okay, so that's not going to do it. They reach out to try to like push at you, to sort of like push you over to the right. The one in the middle is going to try to do the same thing. They're gonna push on you. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, that one is also not going to do it for you.
So Nako just kind of like dances in place and just sticks out her tongue.
The one on the far left looks at you when you do that and pushes you, and also doesn't get you in there. And so
at that, she turns and kind of wiggles her tushy in its direction.
Okay, so this one is going to sort of climb up here on top of what is now sort of obvious is not so much a chair as it is sort of a cage, and and the other two are going to just end their turns there. So now we're back to everyone's favorite mechanic.
I see that I have a combat disadvantage shooting against 2 of the robots because of my allies. But can I get a clean shot on the robot that just moved on top of the crate?
Yeah, since it's sort of like up in the air now. Yeah, I think you could get a pretty clean whack on that guy.
Okay, I'm gonna spend my move action to track this guy instead, and I'm gonna take a shot with my laser rifle.
I dig it.
Pew! Does a 17 hit your EAC?
You know it does. Oh,
3 damage. It's not a lot.
Not a ton, but okay. Here we go. We're moving on to Nako.
All right, so Nako is going to attack the one in front of her, the same one she attacked last time.
Okay.
With her flame doshko. That's a 28.
Oh no! This thing goes and dies. It dies so bad. It's so dead.
It's 11 plus 11 plus wound, so that is 22 points of damage.
Yeah, it's 22, but it's also weak to crits, so it's actually 33 points of damage. That's more damage than Andis usually does.
So she looks at this fallen robot and says, "Oh, I can make such music with your insides."
Oh no, I'm deleting this. I'm deleting it before you can do it. Make music instruments out of her. Okay.
That was quite a
awesome.
hit, I do say.
Did you want to make a move action?
Yeah, I will. I will move forward so that I'm flanking or I'm surrounding it with the other security droid to the western corner. With who is that? Dekoyo.
Okay. Sounds good. Gaz, what's up?
Good job, Nako. Now get this guy on top of me and get him as on the crate guy.
Okay, so he's getting gotten.
Yeah.
Cool.
And now I'm going to take a shot at the one that has get him on it.
Ooh, it's going to make an attack of opportunity.
That's fine.
Okay, cool.
That's a 21 to hit.
Oh gosh, well that's a hit. Okay, well this didn't do anything. Never mind. Okay, so but yours definitely hit. Okay, so you're plinking away at this fool. Sorry. Were you taking a shot at it?
Yeah.
Static arc. Oh yeah, and that's electricity damage. That's
Yes, it
more.
is.
Yeah, nice. All right, we are moving on to our best friend, our mystic. How are we doing?
I'm gonna take another shot at this with my staff at this infernal machination right here.
All right. Oof.
That is a 6 to hit.
You're like Yoda, who's just like whacking R2D2 ineffectually.
I'd like it to be known at this point that I'm apologize for my terrible southern accent, despite the fact that I have lived in the South my entire life.
I'm a simple hyperspace chicken.
I am just a simple skittermander.
All right, so we're back to these guys. They have not had very much luck pushing on old Nako, so they're gonna try to push around Dekoya. We're starting from this guy over here on the left. He's gonna push on you. A repositioning strike, and that's not gonna do it. I don't think. What is your CMD?
22, my good
Yeah,
sir.
nowhere even close.
Get your claws off me, you infernal machine!
Yes, the other one's gonna reach out and try to grab for Gaz. That's a natural 1.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So no dice there, but this one's gonna sort of like skitter over in between our envoy and our mystic. So he's got a selection, a range of options. And with that, their turn is over, and we're back to everyone's favorite mechanic, Quonks.
All right. Well, I already am tracking the one that is closest to me. So, and that one has get him on it, right, Gaz?
Yes.
I have a sincere tactical advantage against this one, and I must use it to the fullest. I also wonder if I can reprogram these things to serve me drinks.
If only we weren't so cute and fuzzy.
Can I use overcharge? No, I'm actually gonna not. I'm not gonna use overcharge, but I am going to try and make a full attack action
Okay.
because I don't have to move, and I'm just gonna. Since I have get 'em on, I feel like I should make 2 shots. So we're gonna make 2 shots.
See it.
Pew pew. Oh, some bad rolls. I've made a mistake. That's a 7 and a 13.
Yeah, they just sort of bounce off.
I have wasted my advantage. Oh no.
Let's see.
And that's it.
We're moving on to our soldier Nako.
All right, so
Nako, take us home.
So yeah, Nako has turned her attention to the one in the corner and smiles and says, "I'll make sweet music out of you too," and attacks with the Flame Doshko. It's a 17
Yes, that's a hit.
for 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. This thing is rickety, but still up. Any moves?
No.
Okay. Moving on to Gaz.
It was a great try, Quonks. Try again next time. Get this one again. So get him is still on the one in front of me.
Got it. Love it. I love it.
And I'm going to use, well, I guess I can't, can I just say that I always have my gun and my baton on me at all times? I have 6 freaking
Yeah,
arms.
you've got 6 hands. Yeah, you go for
Okay,
it.
great. Cool. So I'm going to use my tactical baton this time.
Okay.
You have a baton?
Yeah.
I didn't even know batons were in this game. This is adorable.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh!
Yes.
You batoned the crap out of that guy.
Done
Awesome.
real good.
Sorry, I said oh my gosh because there was thunder and it scared me.
Hoisted by his own baton.
Okay, so that's an 18.
Awesome. Cool. How much damage is that?
1.
Okay. Well, every little bit helps. and we're back to Doc Koyo.
Doc Koyo, he's the doctor of the group. I'm just not.
I get it. I
Oh.
didn't put that together before. Okay, cool.
Am I flanking because of Gazzy Gaz's position right now?
That is not a flank, no.
Okay.
You can 5-foot step and be flanking.
Yeah, I'm gonna 5-foot step.
Hold on. Do you have a melee weapon?
Yes, I've been hitting.
Yeah, his ba-
Oh, staff. Okay.
I'm gonna 5-foot step just slightly north
Guarded
because
step.
I wouldn't have been flanking for Nako either, and Nako's doing fine. So, Gazzy Gaz, I believe I'm gonna help you with this particular evil monstrosity. That is a 17 to hit without the flanking bonus.
Okay, that is indeed a hit. Looks like you've rolled max damage on this one. Okay, all right.
Take that, you spindly-legged, oil-dripping whatchamacallit.
It looks at you just a little bit sad because it loves you so much. Okay, and speaking of whom, it's their turn. So this gentleman's gonna take a 5-foot step up, the one out of the corner, to rejoin his good friend Doc, and is going to make. They're gonna do one last ditch effort to try to get a repositioning strike in here. And so here we are. Oh, 19 does not hit your KAC, does it? Or your CMD, does it?
No, my good sir, it does not.
All right. The other one's going to give it a try, too. Here we go. Wow, I'm rolling like bull honky. What about a 21?
Jabert,
Yes.
Takoyo's CMD is 22.
It's 22. Alrighty. So we're moving right along to the mechanic. Let's go. Finish this fight.
Is Doc giving the robot that has Get 'em on it
No.
any kind of cover?
No.
Okay. Then I'm going to take a single overcharge shot against this observer class security robot
Okay.
and hope that will be enough to put it down.
Oh, not quite. Okay. We're moving on to Nako.
All right, so Nako is going to move forward. Am I flanking now with?
Yes. You are, because Doc has their battle staff like raised up in their hands in a defensive
Alright.
position. Yeah.
So I'm going to be attacking the same droid once more with my Flaminoshko. So 22.
It makes a very pleasing sort of like brass gong sound as it goes down.
Yay.
What music?
Nice hit, Nako. Good work.
All right. Let's see if the envoy can finish this one off, because I think you've dealt like 10 damage to it or something.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna keep him up on it and use my static arc pistol. I know that will provoke, but
Okay, cool. It's gonna do it.
oh no.
Well, don't worry about it. I rolled the same thing. We both rolled a 10, listeners. It didn't go great. Okay. Colonel Sanders, bring us home.
I'm gonna make a very bold move if I could be so magnanimous. I would like to do 2 attacks with my battle staff.
Oh
no. Oh no.
man. Let's see it.
We do still have Get 'em on this particular monstrosity. Is that correct?
Yes.
Have at it.
Oh man, level 2 characters, guys. Level 2 characters.
You remember that?
That is
Just like whack, whack, whack.
That is a 3 and a 6.
What was I going to say? Yes, so we're back to this guy. He's just... he's not programmed to run away, but oh, he really should. He's going to go after that mystic one more time. Oh, it's only a 19. Can't quite do it. Okay, you can tell that he's trying to like grab you and like put you in the cage, but like nobody puts Daco in a corner.
No, thank
okay.
you, son. No, thank you.
All right, Quonks, what you got?
I've got tracking on it. Get him on it. I'm gonna take an overcharge shot. I want to finish this.
I believe.
I need to up my KD. All right, come on. 22.
With only 3 damage.
Only 3 damage. I rolled a 1 on the damage.
This thing goes down.
Yeah!
You have
So if I had not done a double attack, I might have been able to take it down, bonking it on the head last round.
I noticed that its chassis had a flaw in it, and I provoked that flaw to cause its downfall.
You did indeed. You did indeed.
Nako is like diving through the droid's parts like Scrooge McDuck into the money bin. What? Looking for things to make instruments with.
Good.
I do believe I need to sit down for a moment, if that would be all right with everyone.
That wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea. As you do, you see a security camera sort of like turn to face you. That's sort of up in the corner of the room, and you hear a voice come on that says,
"Attention passengers, this is your UB-2. Your ship's artificial intelligence scans indicate that a handful of pets have escaped their cages and are running loose. If you spot one of these air critters, please contact your nearest porter robot. Thank you very much."
That particular robot sounds a bit familiar, if I do say.
We're from the same town.
I didn't mean for it to sound just like your Skittermander. I'm sorry.
It is a different Southern accent. But
I couldn't remember what Uncle Buck sounded like, so that's just what came out.
No, it works. I like yours quite a bit, and it's a very different Southern accent than the one I'm going for. And
okay, cool. Right, so that's not ominous. As I assume we're gonna continue on down the old road.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Does the front desk have any kind of computer or maybe a terminal or something that would give us any pertinent information, or is it just like a desk?
I mean, right now it's just sort of like, I mean, it's sort of like what how would I describe it? Sort of like more like a podium at this point. Sort of like when you're getting onto like an airplane and they're like, they're taking your tickets and swiping them and stuff. It's just sort of like one of those.
Gotcha.
Except that those have computers, so not at all like one of those.
Not at all like that. Okay. You've painted a good image. I like it.
Right, but like, yes. So that's what we're working with here. This is what you come here for, listeners. As you approach this door, it just sort of slides open, and you can tell it's like one of those supermarket doors.
The life signs that we received from the ships indicated that most biological forms were on the starboard side of the ship, so we should search there first.
Well, sounds good to me.
All right. So, what sort of walking order are you guys doing right here?
I guess Nako will take point.
Mm-hmm.
Quonks will stay in the back.
Decoyo will follow Nako, but I would make a solemn request of old Gazagaz with his gift of the silver tongue to join us up here at the front of the party, if you understand what I'm saying.
Certainly.
All right. Awesome. You guys are going over to the starboard side?
Yeah.
All right. So as you do, let's see.
As you do,
you find a bar and grill in here, and it's actually really nice. Like the bar's like made of mahogany, and like there's like this crown molding that's really, really nice around the whole thing. Like it's a swanky bar, but boy howdy does it smell like death in here. It smells just awful. It's like BO and just all the worst things about like about a dozen people stuffed into a bar and grill for 2 weeks. It's just the pits. And as you come in, there's a bunch of people.
And these are live people, or
yeah, they all seem to be alive. There's like about 12 of them. And so so they're all sort of scattered around, and they've got like one of them's got like a bar stool, and then one of them's got like a chef knife, and like 3 or 4 more other ones have a just like a table knife that's like not sharp. It's just it's what they give you on the airplane. But one person sort of behind the bar here seems to have a laser pistol, and they're taking cover behind the bar, and she shouts, "If you come in here, I swear to God, we'll kill you." As you walk in, she is shocked to see furry little critters, but she doesn't put her guns down. Nobody puts their weapons down, and they're all sort of backing up. They don't necessarily know what you are, but they're ready to go. They're ready to tussle.
Gazigaz steps right up to the green carpet and says, Greetings, new friends.
Oh my Lanta, what is going on in here?
She says, who the hell are you? How did you get here? What do you want?
We want knick-knack.
We are just looking for our friend Knick-Knack.
Well, he isn't here.
Have you seen him?
No, we haven't seen him. Get out of here. Get out of here before we assume that you're robots. Go away.
Oh, but we aren't robots. We are just here to help our friend Knick-Knack. If you can just tell us where to find him, we will get out of your way.
Let's see.
You want a diplomacy?
Well, I'm waiting on you to say something, to try to say something friendly to him. You're mostly.
Did I not said something friendly?
You said hello. That doesn't count.
There is a subtle subtext of 4 armed critters walking into a room saying, "Just tell us where Knick-Knack is, and we'll leave."
right, exactly, and we'll leave you to your fate.
Just give us what.
So what it looks like is we have a bunch of people who have taken up defensive positions, and they're very scared. So something's gone wrong, and they probably need help. I think they're scared.
Maybe we can help them. Can we help them?
Oh, you could certainly presumably help them if you want to. So
Yeah, Gazi Gaz wants to walk up to the bar to the lady.
Oh, she puts her gun right on your forehead and she says, "Get back, get back!"
And well, he's just gonna keep talking and say, "Is there anything we can help you with?"
Okay, go ahead and make that diplomacy check now. Oh my God.
19?
Okay. All right. Yep. Okay. Yeah, she lowers her weapon, but so it's not like up against you, but like she's still like holding it, like, so she's ready to shoot from the hip. And she's like, "First things first, who are you?"
I am Gazi Gaz. It's wonderful to meet your acquaintance. What is your name?
My name is Maggie Haberman.
Maggie is a lovely name.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I picked it myself. She's like, look, we could really use some help here. We're sort of locked in here. The AI went crazy. It made things too comfortable, and now we're very uncomfortable. But we can't let her know that, so we have to stay in here. And frankly, our food's running out, and we need to. We don't know what to do.
Well, you're in luck. Helping is what we do best.
She looks like a little unconvinced at you, like you're just like kind of covered, like you're all sort of covered in oil, like even the ones with guns. And she's like, "I don't know. All right."
Why are you so afraid of this AI? Why can't you let it know that you're uncomfortable? Surely it would want to help you.
Oh no, that's the problem. It tries so hard. It tries so hard, and it hurts so much. So they've become a little more comfortable with you, and so she's like, all right, guys, just stand down, just shut the door, if you're gonna stay in here, just in or out, either way.
Dekoyo closes the door.
Okay. So yeah, so they're all sort of kind of put their weapons back down and go around to like sitting at these tables, and the smell of alcohol is thick in here. You get the sense that a meaningful number of their calories might be coming from alcohol right now. Half of them are kind of drunk, and all of them are exhausted, and all of them are miserable. And from the back room, you hear sort of a groaning as someone is not doing well. But
so there's someone that's not doing well in the back of the room.
Yeah, sort of in the this door right here.
I do believe that I sent someone who is in need of medical attention. Do you mind? I'm a trained healer. If I could take a look at them and see if I could do anything to help y'all out.
She's very nervous about people helping out, but she says, I suppose, but no funny business, all right?
The only funny business with me is my bedside manner, if you understand what I'm saying.
My goodness. Okay. So yeah, so she opens the door back here, and inside you see a man who's lying on the ground, and she says, this is one of the crewmen here. He might be able to give you a little bit more, a little more information about it, but he's, as you can see, he's not conscious. He's he got injured a couple weeks back, and just he passed out like a day ago, and we can't wake him up. We don't know what to do.
Can I do a medicine check to see if I can figure out what's wrong with him?
Sure, go ahead.
It's a 24.
Yeah. You can tell pretty well that Locke has just has been bleeding out for a while. He's got some head injuries, and it looked to be some like electrical burns, and just all sorts of messed up. But he's sort of just been unable to cope with both the exhaustion and all the booze and the injuries, and so but some magical healing might address some of that.
Yeah, I would like to use my healing touch to restore 10 HP to this particular individual.
All right, you are more than welcome to do that. With that,
or can I just actually rewind? Can I just do another medicine check to try to heal wounds? I don't really know how.
Why don't you try that?
Yes,
Sorry.
I even have a basic med kit that can allow you to treat deadly wounds.
I'm a med patch.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes, and I will assist you with any operation.
Working together is truly the very best of all the scenarios. We certainly needed it, because that is an 8 on the die.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so you're not. It's not good enough to treat deadly wounds on that guy. It's a little more extensive than what you can do with your med kit, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
So healing touch.
Perhaps I should use my healing touch, which I need to look at my mystic rules real quick. Apologies, just to see how many times I can do this.
I believe you can do it once per day per person. That makes sense.
It just says once per day, so if I use it now, that's all I got.
Well, so you've got that one. You've also got your connection power, which is healing channel. You spend a RP to heal.
Actually, I think
you also have healing spells.
Actually, let me see something else, because I have a channel skill. Let's see. Do I have plus extra medicine stuff that is not factored in because of channel skill?
Maggie comes back in and says, "It's okay. We didn't like that guy very much anyway. You can just let him die."
All right. Healing touch. I believe, if you don't mind, I just need to lay some hands on this particular individual. I channel all of my energies into a healing touch to restore 10 HP to this person on this table right here.
Well, she looks at you and she says, "All right, but no funny business." And then, true to your word, you spend about 10 minutes. You channel some healing energy into this nearly dead man who, after about 10 minutes of your focus, begins to wake up and is just like, "Oh, what happened?"
Greetings, new friend.
What have I done? Oh no! What god have I offended?
No, we are here to help you.
Oh god, they don't. I knew that Lucky was the worst name. No, I'm the most unlucky. And so get it is startled and a little bit alarmed by these strange creatures right up in his face, but at the same time he's feeling better, and he seems to understand that you had a hand in helping him out. So he's like, well, thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. I was trying to shut down the AI, but I couldn't do it. There was this one of the security robots. She reprogrammed it or something, and it came after me. And oh god, where's Iggy? Where's Iggy?
Who is Iggy?
Iggy was my coworker. We work for Stellar Excursions. We were supposed to be back a week ago. We weren't ever supposed to leave the Pact Worlds. We were just gonna go do a flyby of Eox, and it's all gone wrong.
Do you think the AI is responsible for that too?
Oh, he's gotta be. He's the only one piloting the ship. He must have thought it wasn't relaxing enough on Eox, so he must have taken us all the way out here. And we're so desperate to get home. We just want to go home.
Well, you're in luck, friend. We are very good helpers.
Oh no. Oh no. Well, he's clearly not in any state to argue in any meaningful way. So he says, "All right, I suppose you can do it. the engineering room is on the top level. It's down this hallway, then up the stairs, and then it's all the way to the back. It'll look like just a wall. You just push on it. It just opens, but be careful. That thing is still in there.
What thing? Sorry.
The thing that got me. That's the security droid. Oh.
I have a question for you, sir, if you don't mind.
Oh, what is it? What is it?
We are crewed up with a wonderful Vesk individual by the name of Nick Knack. He would have joined your ship, believing it to be unoccupied, not that long ago. Just wondering if you happen to gaze your vision upon him.
So he'll remind you that he's been asleep for a couple days, but Maggie's been listening, sort of saw what you did, and says, "Look, we may have heard your friend come through, but we didn't know who it was. We thought maybe it was the same thing that did this to Lucky over here, and so we didn't want to get involved. But he did. If it was your friend, he came in through that same airlock you did, and he went straight down the hall. Yeah, seemed like he was looking for something, but we didn't open the door for him, and he didn't come in."
Well, I appreciate your honesty, as I'm sure we all do. He can be a cantankerous sort with that tall drink of Vesk water. That's a phrase that I just invented for the sake of this conversation.
It's almost certainly a real phrase.
I also have a quick question for you, if you do not mind.
No, what is that blue one?
My name is Quonks, and I am the mechanic for this crew.
Oh, a mechanic, you say?
Yes, it seems like what you have is a malfunctioning AI or a reprogrammed AI with a really bad hospitality index. Now, I think I might be able to repair it, but I am a little bit worried about how many mechanical life forms are aboard the ship that could, act as defenses against us trying to reprogram the AI.
Well, it's not a particularly big ship, but the AI seems to be very clever at coming up with ways to, make you more comfortable. And yeah.
We had 3 droids try to pick us up and put us in crates, thinking we were pets earlier.
Oh, the stewards? Oh, yeah. So and what happened to them?
I happened.
We have rendered them into junk.
Right. She sees you like sitting there holding the plasma doshko, and it just like flames on when you say that, and she's like, she takes a step back, kind of sits with like a table in between the two of you. And so she's like, well, there is the security robot that's upstairs. That's what happened to Lucky. We haven't come out of this room in some time, though. We're afraid of what would happen if we did.
So you do not know the total number of security robots that may be at the AI's disposal.
I've only ever seen one. I've only ever seen one of them, but that doesn't mean that there couldn't be more.
I understand. Thank you for answering the question.
Yeah. So everyone sort of like goes back to milling around, and Lucky comes out and sort of sits down at one of the tables, and they're sort of talking. They're not like best friends, but when you've like smelled each other's stink like this for this long, then like you sort of have a certain level of comfort, and so they start like just talking, and somebody opens up another bottle of vodka, and they go back to it, and so
Space vodka, right?
Yeah, space vodka.
Okay,
obviously,
okay.
Yeah, of course.
Just
okay.
checking.
Right. And Maggie walks up and says, "Guys, I don't know who sent you or exactly how you got here, but or how your friend got here, but if you want to help him, we'd really appreciate it if you'd help us too. We're in a bad spot. We just need control of the ship."
Understood. We love helping. We'll help everyone.
Okay. I hope that's not ominous. Okay. Thank you. But hurry. We're almost out of bugles. Okay. So you guys are back in the hallway.
Space bugles.
I'm sorry, it would really suck to subsist on bugles.
I know. It's seriously. It's like just like the greasiest snack. It's the pits.
I can't believe you chose bugles.
Well, one of the people in the room was named Bugles, and I was just like, I'm not gonna pass up the chance to say the word Bugles.
And if you look at his hands, he's still got one on each fingertip.
Right, exactly. And as you leave, Lucky waves goodbye, and he's got Bugles on only 4 of his fingers.
Oh no!
Because he's running out of Bugles. All right, so you guys are back in the hallway.
Okay, we'll cut this out. That's funny.
Okay. All right, so you guys are back in the hallway. There's sort of a door up to the port side, and then a door to the fore of the ship. And they told you that the engineering room was up to the fore of the ship, and then up the stairs, and then all the way to the back.
All right. Let's then. Everybody cool to go through that? Go through the door that's leading us to the front of the ship?
They also told us that Knick-Knack was in that direction. But
Yeah. Yes. Also, Knick-Knack is that way.
Let's
All
help
right, then.
everyone. Let's go this way.
Okay. I appreciate your helpfulness and your commitment to skittermandering. So as this door opens, this is all in like very like dim light, like really dim light. And like the more you go in, the darker it gets. And let's see, Doc, you can make a mysticism check if you'd like.
I can activate my beacon first.
Please, yeah. So you do that, and it is about a 50-foot radius of light. But even with that, you're only getting about like 10 feet. And
That's a strange set of circumstances. Let me see if I can detect any mystical energies happening in this particular area that we are starting. Say 15.
yeah, that's enough. Yeah, so you've sort of this is pretty clearly like magical darkness of some sort. And Quonks, as you're walking through the center of the room, you almost stub your toe on this sort of large black crystal. And as you're examining this crystal,
I appear to have found a mineral that is holding some kind of darkness capabilities over the natural luminescence of this room.
yeah, and so as you are observing that, a strange, shadowy something slithers out of it. And I need everybody to make an initiative check for me.
All right. Oh, thank you for rolling high. I just want to get away from this crystal. Shadow creeper.
Mm-hmm. There it is.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like a evil centipede.
It's like a big, gnarly centipede of shadow.
Creepy.
Jason Keeley wrote this, didn't he?
He did.
Oh, that means this is immune to crits.
Right. They call him old immune to crit Keely.
Is it immune to crits? Is
They
it?
call him Jason Critfree.
We're gonna have to interview him again about this.
Yeah, not immune to crits actually. Okay, so we've got our initiatives here. Once again, these monsters up at the top of the order. This one is going to give you one of those world famous shadow hugs. All right. That's going to be a 17 to hit.
Against what?
Against your
Oh, it doesn't
case.
matter. That's a hit. That's a hit for both. So
Aha. Great. That'll be 7 points of damage.
oh, ow!
Okay. Yeah, and then as the rest of you sort of like look over to see what's going on, you're sort of squinting. And who had the beacon? You had the beacon.
Decoyo had the
Yeah. So then more of these sort of start to show up as you. Let's see. I need to reveal some more things here, so you can see about like that. And you can see just this little bit right here.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Like that. And so, yeah, you can see sort of like that.
Can I use a mysticism check on the particular crystals that we are talking about?
Yes. In fact, I think you can just see one sort of like over here because you've got your beacon out. And so here's the.
Oh my goodness.
You have a friend.
There are a lot of these guys, considering it just did 7 damage.
What particular type of crystal is this with a 27 mysticism check?
Ooh.
Let's see. So yeah, with your super good mysticism check, when you look at this thing, it almost seems sort of intuitive, and you're like, oh, just like this, and you just sort of kind of like wave your hand over it, and this thing deactivates, and the one that was standing right next to it just shrieks in pain as light returns to this area.
I do believe we need to deactivate the crystals in order to deactivate the monsters.
Yes. We've sort of gotten out of turn order here. So now we're going to do some good old-fashioned attacks. Starting with you, Doc. That's going to be a 15 versus KAC.
15 versus KAC. Oh, my Lanta. That is going to... my KAC is 14.
Okay. So that's going to be 2 hits. And so we're looking at 7 points of damage to you. Gazi Gaz. KAC does a 12. Probably doesn't hit, does it?
Nope.
Okay. And then Nako. You're getting two of them have sort of got you in the flank. That's only a 14 versus KAC. I assume that doesn't hit?
Correct.
Okay, here goes the other one. Oh, beans. All right. So that is a natural 1, but that is not going to be a critical failure because these things are not high enough level for that. But they do not get to hit you. And so we are at the top of your turn order with our mechanic, Quonks. You are surrounded by shadow monsters.
Yes, I just witnessed our mystic do some kind of weird hand hovery thing.
Mm-hmm.
Can I replicate that?
Do you have mysticism trained?
No.
So probably not. Yeah, it's just like you're sort of like waving your hand over it, and you swear you're doing just the exact same thing that he did, but but it's just not doing the thing. Yeah. So
okay.
Yeah.
Could you shatter the crystal?
Yeah. Does can I use my, let's see, what kind of melee weapon do I have? I believe I have a survival knife. Can I survival knife this crystal? Try and break it?
You can try. You can take a whack at it.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
I'm gonna
just roll me your damage. Just roll me your damage.
Thanks for not making me do an attack.
Yeah, I mean, you can just hit the attack roll, and we'll just see what your damage is. So okay, you've rolled a 1. This thing, believe it or not, has hardness more than 1. So so you're just sort of like whacking at it. Do you want to do another thing with the move action?
I guess yeah. I'm going to track one of these creepy crawlies.
Okay.
The one that's closest to the crystal.
Okay. Cool. All right, we're moving on to Doc. Doc, you think you figured out how this thing works? And these two that are around you now that your bright light is sort of shining like directly on them, they seem to be turning away from you and sort of like trying to avert their eyes from you.
Oh, what a wonderful set of circumstances! I would like to move adjacent to my good friend Quonks here and see if I can do the same thing to this particular crystal on the ground.
So as you're sort of like moving that direction, the one that is adjacent to the crystal is going to make an attack of opportunity against you. Are you okay with that?
Bring it on, you.
Oof, 19.
Don't bring it on. I changed my mind.
Oh, they didn't bring it on very much. They must be afraid of that beacon. So that's only going to be 1 point of damage. You want to try another mysticism check on this thing? See if you can deactivate this one.
I do, good sir. Let me roll this mysticism
with me. There you go.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
That was a 26.
Oh, good gosh. Okay. Yeah. So this one, you wave your hands over this, and it turns off too, and you can sort of see the darkness in the room begin to shimmer a little bit as this happens, and the ones that are standing around you are starting to get nervous. We're on to Gazi Gaz. Gazi Gaz, you got one up in your face, but it seems to be averting its eyes away from Doc.
Yeah. I think Gazi Gaz is very confused as to what to do right now. I'm just gonna take a guarded step. Can I take a guarded step back?
Sure.
Okay. Just so I'm out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's all I'm gonna do. I don't think there's anything I can do. Oh, I was going to ask, can I use my hand mirror to try to like target one of these things with the light from the beacon?
Like to try to reflect the light in their eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Make a ranged attack.
Awesome.
Make a ranged attack of some sort.
With my pistol? Does that work?
Sure.
Yeah.
It's a 9.
Okay, yeah. So it's harder to do than you think, but like honestly, that's pretty close. So like, these are not particularly tough. There's just a bunch of them. Okay. So on down to our fighter here. Our fighter is currently being flanked by 2 of these guys, but never fear, Nako's here.
So I have a flashlight. Can I just point at him?
Yes, yes, you can do that. You can just sort of like aim it right at their face.
Now, does that dispel them at all, or just annoy them?
It just sort of annoys them, but you can do it. I'll even let you do it as free action.
Okay, cool.
They hiss at you.
Go shatter the crystal, Nako.
That's what I was gonna attack the crystal with my flame dosh go, because I'm right next to another crystal.
Yeah. There's one like standing up on top of a crystal that you're directly adjacent to. Why don't you go try to cleave at that crystal?
All right. Ugh. Roll a 12.
You roll a 12. Doesn't shatter the crystal, but it cuts this thing right in half.
Well, that's nice.
Right. Like you're coming down on the crystal, and you make like a little chip in the crystal, but you do that by going through the shadow monster. So we're back to the top of the turn order. That's these guys now. They have sort of caught wind of what's happening here, and that one of you is attempting to dispel their dark. So they're going to try to team up.
Do your worst, you beasties.
All right. 10 doesn't hit your KC, right?
Nope.
All right.
I don't think.
Oh,
Nope.
I bet 24 does.
Ouch.
And not a natural 1.
Natural 1!
not that one. All right. So since they're gonna make a little check here, just nothing. Okay, good. So this attack is gonna go through. It seems to be sort of averting its eyes as though it's being blinded. So that's 6 points of damage. And then Nako, you're getting 1 too. Oh heavens!
No,
that's gonna be 13 to hit.
Nope.
Okay, moving on. We're back to our mechanic friend, our best buddy, Quonks.
Quonk sees that these dark critters are ganging up on our friend Dox. She doesn't like that, so she's got her survival knife, and we're gonna try and knife two of these bad mamma jammas. So first attack is gonna go against the critter closest to me, and then the second attack is gonna go against the critter closest to Doc.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So the one closest to you actually goes through, and you deal some pretty good damage there. This thing is bloodied. The next one is gonna miss. So Doc, what you got?
Oh boy, I am not surrounded, but I'm gonna have some attacks of opportunity if I make the wrong move here.
Don't we need to get the crystal? Shouldn't you go over to the crystal?
Yeah, but if I move to the crystal, I'm going to take at least 2 attacks of opportunity, which is why I am debating what to do.
Acrobatics.
I mean, because could I take a 5-foot step? I'm sorry, could I take a guarded step just behind me, or is that a wall?
That's sort of like a bench, so you can sort of like climb up on it. Yeah, I'd let you 5-foot step up there.
So if I take a guarded step back here and then make a beeline for the crystal, would I have the action economy to do a mysticism check on the crystal, or is that something that would need me to wait till the next turn?
Let's see. I think since you were able to so deftly do it on these previous 2, I'd let you make the check.
Nice.
Okay.
Let's do it. So Doc jumps back, kisses himself, and moves over to this other crystal that we have seen to attempt this mysticism check.
Mm-hmm. You put out your hand. You touch the top of the crystal.
That's a 20.
That's a 20, which is just enough. You did it.
Yes.
This thing shatters, and as it does, the lights sort of return to sort of a natural dim light, and these guys begin to disappear as they do. As light illuminates the whole place, they sort of get sucked back into the remaining crystals in the room, and the room, while not well lit, is sort of dim but not dark, and sort of a charming place to be. Seems like a nice cozy place. And now that it's sort of like all like, it's a little more illuminated, you can see that there is sort of a large metal dome over the top of this. There's like a sheet of metal covering sort of on the outside of some heavy enameled glass. You get the sense that, like, boy, if you could open that up, you'd have a really, really pretty view of the sky from here.
Is there a terminal nearby that Quonks may access?
You know what? Yeah, sure. Yeah, there's one. Let's say right here.
I do believe I would like to see that very much. I do love the look of the stars and the sky and all the different...
Engineering or computers?
Let's say computers.
Maybe I'd pop open a panel even and just kind of try and fidget some things. To 21.
That is very good. In fact, you're able to jigger it so that like the doors like begin to open, and it's like an eye opening, and the starlight starts coming through, and you know this is going to be beautiful, and then like they sort of seize up, and then they start closing again, and the voice comes on the intercom and says,
Now, I reckon y'all might want some rest, so I'm just gonna keep it nice and dark in here, just so you can have a little nap. You see, you all look a little tense. Y'all should calm down and relax. Why don't you go and get a nice massage or something?
and then the doors sort of like mechanically lock into place when that happens.
Wow.
Nako, when you sort of like shift around next to that door, it's just slides open and reveals a hallway. Right, it's startling. Doors. So, and you find a hallway here, and sort of towards the starboard side, you see a door. At the end of the hallway is a door over which it's labeled bridge, and then over to the port side, you see a stairwell.
Let's go to the stairwell.
Great idea. All right, so you guys start heading to the stairwell, and as you do, you hear just sort of like a grunting oof coming from the door to your starboard. You guys would know that grunt anywhere. That's the grunt of Knick-Knack.
It's Knick-Knack.
You walk over to the door and you open the door, and Knick-Knack is strapped down to a table, and a bunch of robotic arms are just like smashing into his back, like giving him just like the worst massage in the whole world, just punching him in the back, and he's like practically unconscious at this point.
So Nako's going to just run up and just start smashing the machine.
Okay, so as soon as you get up close to him, they are going to make a little attack against you.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay, so they're just going to make a little roll.
For all of you listening, Knick-Knack's artwork is some Edris Veronis artwork, which is a nice little surprise.
So what was your CMD?
24.
Okay, so you get grabbed and you're getting a massage too. And it just puts you right up on the table next to Knick-Knack, and he sort of looks over. He just sort of looks over at you, and he's like, it's kind of nice at first, but it just goes on so long. Oh no!
I have a question. Can I cast the Mystic Spell Reflecting Armor on anything other than myself?
Actually, you know what? I think it is just personal range.
Yeah,
I'm
pretty sure.
Because all I can find in the Mystic Spell list is a sheath of mystical force that can reflect damage back on foe.
Yep, range personal. So that's just for you.
Yep.
Well, never mind.
Yeah, but good thinking. I like that. Let's see. Yeah, so this thing is beginning to punch your friend here. Anyone else that sort of approaches either one of those two tables won't be grabbed. Yeah, so you're going to have to find a way to either break these things or disable these things.
Is that a computer I see in the room that controls the machines, maybe?
No.
Maybe? No. Oh, no.
The computer that controls the machines happens to be this AI thing that's just making everyone relax. And so, so this would... What sorts of things might you guys consider doing?
I feel like Gazi Gaz would really like to say hello to Knick-Knack and reassure him.
Great. Awesome. He was like, help me.
It's so good to see you again, Knick-Knack. We've been looking all over the place for you, and we are here to help you.
One of the arms comes down and like punches him right in the side of the head, and just rattles him a little bit. He's like, "Oh, I'm so glad to see you guys, but please do your helping. Please help me now." And he passes out. He's very sleepy.
Oh no.
He's so relaxed.
Can we shoot? Can I shoot this thing?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna track it and I'm gonna shoot it.
Hey, you want to know a fun thing?
I do.
These things have 10-foot reach.
Oh no!
Yay! Oh no!
Yes! Get out of here! Get out of here!
Oh no! Okay, yeah. So what did you roll? Because mine doesn't count.
I rolled a 17, so that's a 22 altogether for 8 damage, max damage.
Oh boy, that's pretty good. These seem to have a little bit of hardness, but you did. You took a little, like you shot out like one of like sort of like the hydraulic hoses, so it's a little less functional now. Let's go in this here turn order if you don't mind. Doc, you got any thoughts on this?
Is there... I'm trying to think if there's anything I can do other than just attack a machine or provide some healing to Knick-Knack.
Neither of those are terrible options.
Please heal him so that he comes back into consciousness just to continue to get massaged. That sounds so great.
I would rather have the Vesk step up and...
Well, these things don't have combat reflexes, so go for it.
Oh, they don't... Oh, so they're not going to give me...
That is a reasonable guess.
Oh, then I'm just going to step up to these things and just start Yoda-style hitting them with a stick. Battle staff.
Do it. I love skittermanders because they're so awful and they're great.
16.
Yeah, 16 to hit. Believe it or not, that's going to hit this thing. But like just like Yoda with that stick, you can't get through the hardness. So let's say you did like 1 hit point of damage to that thing. Okay, we're going on down to our fighter. You can attempt a acrobatics to try to escape from this grapple, but in the meantime, it's gonna punch you in the shoulder for 5 points of non-lethal. And make me a fort save.
Oof.
Okay, yeah. It punches you, and it hurts. It does. It's like 5 points of non-lethal. But you know what? It was actually pretty relaxing. And now what you need is a nap. So now you're fatigued. And so, sort of like a -2 to all sorts of things. Or a -1. Something like that. Oh, why don't you make me that acrobatics check?
All right.
At a -1.
Oh no.
I can't handle this.
Wow.
I have a -1 acrobatics.
I think maybe
roll a 0.
You roll a 0.
And it's -1 on top of that?
Yeah.
Oh, right. So I think that means you take a nap for just like a round, like you fall asleep just a little bit. And okay, great. that's a ton of fun. Guys, what are you thinking about this?
What was the AI's name?
The AI's name was UB2.
Oh, UB2. I believe that Knick-Knack is satisfied with his care. Can you stop, please?
UB2 comes on and says,
Oh, well, howdy there. I can see he's a very tense person, as I'm sure you know as a friend of his. In fact, why don't you join him on the table? You look so tense.
And bloop,
Oh, no.
and tries to snatch you up. That is only a 19 to your CMD. What's your CMD?
23.
Okay. And so it reaches out to, it's got like that 10-foot reach, and it sort of tries to reach out and like grab at you, but you're able to sort of back away from it.
Hold on. I'd like to tell my comrades, I mean, table talk, I guess. Aren't we about to try to shut down the AI anyway? Shouldn't we just go on and try to do that? Kill 2 birds with one
Have fun without me.
Yeah, I was about to say it's got Nako now, so.
Oh, right.
I mean, we could have done that originally, but now we can't.
All right.
Yeah. You can. So make a perception check.
Everybody?
No, just Just Guzzy Guz.
All right, that's a 21.
Oh, excellent. That's exactly the perception that you need to notice some sort of faults in the construction of this thing. You think that it could possibly be disabled that each one of these could be disabled with a good enough engineering check.
Ooh.
You think that a good engineer could maybe like disarm these things, I mean, so to speak.
Quonks, I think we need your help.
What is it that you would like me to do?
And believe it or not, it's Quonk's turn.
I think Gazagaz is right. Perhaps I could re-engineer this to be even more relaxing and give a more relaxing massage. No. I should just shut it down. And I will try that engineering check to shut it down.
All right, cool. Which one do you want to shut down? You want to shut down the one grabbing
Nako.
Nako? Okay.
Yep. Oh boy. I rolled a 2. So that's a 13 altogether.
Yeah, that is not gonna do it. That is not gonna do it.
Blast! It's moving around too much.
Right. It's like right. You're trying to like you after one of those hoses got knocked off. You're just trying to like reach out and grab another one and pull it out and do that, but it's not quite working.
I'm gonna need some more time.
All right. Yeah. Doc, can you buy your buddy some more time?
By rolling an engineering check?
If you're trained in it.
I'm not. I have a -1, in fact. So that is not a smart move for me.
Or you can attack it.
Yeah, I mean, I can hit it with the staff or hit it with a needler pistol, which I feel like is not going to do any damage either. So
staff it.
Yeah, staff it up. I do believe I'm gonna bash this thing with my can I make a double attack? Full attack?
Yeah, please do.
This is certainly not gonna be a mistake for old Doc. It was a mistake for old Doc.
That was a 3 and an 8, so not perfect, but you know. Okay, that one's not gonna cut the old mustard. So we're moving on to our favorite fighter, who is also the most relaxed fighter, Nako.
Right.
Try to get out of there. Get out of there, Nako.
Can I just like attack the arm with a flame doshko?
Yeah, you can attack you can't attack with 2 arms while you're grappled. But if you've got something you can wield one-armed, you can take a swing with that with just sort of negative.
I've got a semi-automatic pistol.
Yeah, might as well.
All right.
Oh, by the way, 3 points of non-lethal to you.
It's a 7.
Ooh, that's not gonna do it. Okay.
Boy.
All right.
I know when I'm getting massaged, I like to fire my pistol into the air too.
Well, this is America.
Right. All right, we're back to Ghazi Gaz.
All right. It looks like we need to help our friend Nako get out. Get to the massage table and get him on the massage table.
Cool. I dig it.
And I'm also going to use my static arc pistol against that.
Okay, go for it.
That's a 22 to attack.
Okay, that's definitely gonna hit. All right, so
That's 2 electricity damage.
Okay, that's good. That's good. This thing is looking a little bit janky, but why don't we return back to our good friend, the mechanic?
If I reroute this circuit here and put this cable over here, tie it up in a nice little bow, I think I've got it. Hopefully, that's a 23.
That's good. The one that was grabbing Nako releases.
And then, okay, Wario. And then I'm gonna move into position to try and disable the other one next turn.
Right, yeah. Nick Nack's been drifting in out of consciousness, and he's like, he comes back into consciousness, and he's like, "You guys aren't gonna leave me here, are you? Don't leave me here! Oh God, don't leave me!" Okay, we're back to Doc.
Doc is gonna try to put a hurting on this machine again with his battle staff. I'm gonna try to knock some sense into this here machine. It's just gonna make one attack this time.
Mm-hmm. Man, that's brutal.
This is why I wonder why I participate in these battles.
That was a 7 against a KAC, and it is not going to be a hit. So we're back to the fighter. The fighter is now free and is free to take a swing with a douche coat.
Oh, and she's gonna. It's a 26.
That's more like it. That's more like it. That takes a chunk out of this thing, and now it is looking very broken. This one is looking very broken, but it's still whacking away at your boy. and with that he falls asleep again. All right. So we're back to our envoy special Guzzy Guz.
Oh dear, Knick-Knack keeps falling asleep. I would like to use inspiring boost to help him.
He just like gasps. He gasps awake. He's like, oh my god. did I fall asleep again? Oh. Excellent. Mechanic, make this happen.
I think I am getting the hang of this. If I can just reroute the system, this should do it for this table. Or it will make it massaging even harder.
Oh, if you fail, I'm definitely going to hit him for double damage.
Yeah.
Oh, you did it. You did it. That was a 19.
It's a 19. Yeah, okay.
Okay. So this thing like sort of like springs open and he just sort of disengages and he just sort of rolls off of the table and just like flops onto the floor and is just like he's just like bruised and like if you like touch him at all, like he's just like his muscles are just so gelatinous, but like you're also sort of like jealous because like you've never had muscles that way before. And he turns over and he looks up at you and he says, I knew you would help me.
It's what we do best.
It really is. But now, my friends, to be continued. Yes. Good work, everybody. We almost virtually made it through everything I wanted to tonight, and you guys did great.
Awesome.
You beat a bunch of robots. You beat a bunch of shadow monsters. You successfully didn't kill a room full of civilians. All these things could have gone very differently.
but there's one question that we still didn't get the answer to.
Uh-huh.
What happened to Andis?
Tune in next week. How mean would it be? Now. Yeah, how mean would it be if I trolled them like that? And I was like, tune in next week and you'll find out. And then like they tune in next week, they're like, oh, here I am. And they got their hands, their head in their hands, and they're like listening. They got their listening ears on, and more of this. Yeah. More of this. You're still
aboard the Royal Serene.
Yep.
You guys know what they call the Royale Serene in America?
You just had to go there.
Big. Wait, I don't know. Did you have a punchline for this, or was it just like a setup?
The quarter-pound Serene.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Because they don't have the metric.
Because they don't have the metric system in America.
Well, guys, thank you so much.
I'm just leaving right now.
Guys, thank you so much for playing with me. I've had a blast tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure.
Just make sure you let Patrick out of his cage whenever when we're done.
Well, yeah, he's doing okay in there, aren't you, Patrick?
Oh.
He says no, but I don't believe him.
No.
Anyway, listeners, thank you so much for joining us tonight. This has been Cosmic Crit, and everyone, why don't you say goodnight to our lovely, lovely listeners?
Good night.
Lovely listeners.